Welcome back to the Angus Report. With me in the studio today is Dr. Dan Mosier, President of Angus Genetics Incorporated and Director of Performance Programs for the American Angus Association, and Ryan Rupert, Director of National Sales for GeneSeq. Today we're talking about DNA testing and how genomic information is playing a role in reducing risk and adding value to your cattle herd. And as genomics continues to evolve, there are also some new opportunities on the market today. Dan, tell us about the LD test.
Yes, Crystal. So Angus breeders now have a new option for genomically testing registered Angus cattle in order to get information for genomically enhanced EPDs. This new LD or low density test is very similar to the product that we have, but it's at a lower cost than what Angus breeders have been paying up to this point.
How does it compare, how does it differ from the high density test? Is there any differences in accuracy? So
the difference between the tests is when we say lower density, it means a lower number of SNPs, a lower number of individual DNA base pairs that we're tracking across the chromosomes, but still a highly significant number and a greater number than what had been used just a few years ago. Just not as high as what the other products that Angus breeders have had access to allows. But with that lower cost, you get almost the same accuracy. The accuracy of EPD prediction between a low-density test going into an evaluation and a high-density test will probably be between 98 and 99%. So there's very minimal difference from one test to the other.
And so, Ryan, are they giving up anything with the lower density test versus the high density?
Really, the only thing they're giving up is paying a higher price for their genomically enhanced EPDs. It's a great product, and it allows producers to go deeper into their herd. So, you know, having that lower price, hopefully we see more genomically enhanced animals on the market.
And so what are the price points for the LD compared to the HD test, for example?
It's really only about 2/3 of the price of the existing, so producers can do a lot more cattle at a very similar cost and gain a lot more information. With that lower cost, I would expect that we'll see a higher volume of testing. We'll see producers that maybe have only been testing maybe a fraction of their bull offering that they're getting ready to merchandise. They may test the entire group, and some that have been testing the entire group may start to test females as well. So by testing more animals across the entire breed, we're even more likely to discover those important animals and be able to use them in breeding programs more quickly.
But also it gives their customers and commercial breeders the ability to select an animal from them or a bull from them that has more accurate EPDs so that they know that that animal is going to fit their operation better going forward.
And so then are there animals that should still get the high density test versus the LD test?
Well, we'd like to see animals that are going to be important AI sires continue to have the higher density because if they're animals that are going to sire a lot of progeny into our database and that they're going to have progeny tested with the LD, that it would be helpful if we had a high density test on those bulls. And we'll likely have a process whereby if bulls have been tested with low density and then later on do produce a large number of calves recorded with the association, then the association will upgrade the genomic test with the same sample to a high density profile.
And then Ryan, at the end of the day, how do you see the LD test changing the way producers select their cattle in the future going forward here?
Well, I think it just gives them the opportunity to use something like the GGP-LD to go in and go deeper into their herds and make that genetic progress and speed up their genetic progress across the board. And its price point just allows more producers and a greater number of cattle to access that information.
All right, and if they want to access that and more information, you can go to angus.org to access the AGI website or through your AAA login account. We'll return with the Angus Report after this.